Just trying out some new webcam stuff, seeing how it's going. I didn't know we would really be in lockdown for months. So I was just doing the basic version before, but at this point it's time to fully embrace the meditation bunker, which is, as you see, I've revealed for the first time, it's on a giant pinnacle in the middle of the ocean in front of San Francisco. So that's where I'm hiding out, sitting atop a pinnacle. Tonight, we will, for the first time in months, not be doing the Vimalakirti Sutra or anything to do with the Vimalakirti Sutra. That's sad. That was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. MC Owens was amazing. And tonight, we're just back to regular old deconstructing yourself, where it's time to do some new stuff, but continuing with the things we've been working with for over a year now, but starting to go deeper and get a little more clear about what we're up to. So with that, everybody give me a thumbs up if it sounds and looks okay. Yeah, okay. So that's what I like. Hi, Jimmy. Let's go. So get ready to meditate. Assume the meditation position and start by invoking your very best bodhisattva, connecting with the bodhisattva within and allowing yourself to begin to raise bodhicitta, that confidence and energy and ability to not only have the wisdom of deep awakening, but the compassion of bringing ease and health and kindness to all beings. So just tuning into that and really feeling that strongly, letting yourself really shine with bodhicitta, noticing how that fills the mind with brightness and with virya, yeah, with energy, with ability. It's a wonderful way to begin. And if you remember last week, we were talking a little bit about akshobhya, the immovable. And when we are sitting as bodhisattvas with our bodhicitta fully engaged, we sit as if we are immovable. We sit like a mountain. So just allow yourself to settle into your meditation posture, your dhyānasana, and feel that feeling of immobility, of tremendous, timeless, ancient presence. The fully enlightened Buddha, the awakened bodhisattva within, which has been present since the beginning of time, since before the beginning of time, boundaryless, bornless. Just notice that presence and sit with it in boundaryless, timeless immovability. And from there, let's begin with shamatha. And so concentration. So whatever your concentration object is, please use that now. For about a year, I've been training you to use the body sensations of breathing as your concentration object, specifically the pleasant energy sensations in the body that come from deep belly breathing, your belly way expanding, and then totally contracting, expanding and contracting. And when that does that, you'll notice after a while you start getting really pleasant body sensations. And that's a great object to focus on. You can do a lot from that basic shamatha object. But of course, you can do a mantra, you can do a visualization, you can do metta. Metta is a wonderful, wonderful shamatha object. or, your razor sharp breath at the very tip of the nose meditation, whatever works for you. So we're sitting and concentrating, going deep, deep, deep within, allowing the deep, deep breathing to let the mind now sink even more deeply into the body now open and relax and unfold more and more completely. And as you're noticing that relaxation beginning to seep throughout the whole body, flow throughout the body, letting things go, letting tension drop away, the tension drops away. As you're doing that, I want you to notice that your forehead and eyebrows become relaxed. Your eye muscles and eyelids get very, very, very relaxed. No tension in your eye muscles at all. And even your eyes themselves are unfocused. Your cheeks, your mouth, your lips, that whole region relaxes and releases and lets go and opens up. And the jaw drops enough that the teeth aren't touching, and the tongue is just gently floating like a cloud in the sky. So your scalp relaxes, the back of your neck relaxes. And so as you tune in to this deep, deep relaxation, notice how everything in the whole body just opens up. It releases. There's a sense of release from tightness, release from cramped enclosement. And instead, you're just simply kind of blossoming. You're opening. The petals of the lotus of the Buddha body are relaxing and opening. And your throat and neck muscles, your trapezius muscles, your shoulders all open and release and let go, and tension just drains away. The face, the head, the neck, the throat, the shoulders being relaxed, just drop the whole system even more deeply into release, into letting go, into settling, into a deeper and more total sense of openness and letting go and allowing yourself to get more and more focused, more and more clear, more and more perfectly still. Now allowing the arms to release and relax and let go to the point of complete, total jelly-like relaxation. Arms and hands are just loose, limp, open, released. And all that relaxation together with the shoulders, the throat, the face, the head, really now is pouring through the entire body, allowing the whole body to settle even more completely, even more totally. And even though you're like a mountain, you're immobile, there's even a sense that you are like floating in soft clouds. It's very, very open, it's very released, it's very relaxed. There's a sense of ease and lightness and even maybe delight. Just feels good to be relaxed and focused. And so let your whole torso, your whole belly, the upper back, the lower back, the whole pelvic region just release and let go. If you're holding a lot of tension in your diaphragm or your solar plexus area, see if the breathing itself can help you relax that. Again, we're not struggling to relax, it's just allowing the already existing, released, open relaxation to just influence or subtly seep into the rest of the whole body, allowing it to let go even more deeply. And as the body sinks even more totally and even more profoundly into a state of letting go, letting go, let go. It allows your mind to relax even more completely and sink more and more totally into focus, bright, crisp, clear, radiant awareness. Awareness like a radiant sun. Awareness as clear as a perfect optical instrument. Absolutely bright awareness, dispelling all drowsiness, dispelling all fogginess, so that there's this beautiful mix of relaxation, settled immovability, akshobhya, and then this wonderful, super bright, super clear wakefulness, which is just bodhicitta. And now allow the legs and feet to release and relax and let go, becoming like wet noodles, allowing ourselves to become perfectly immobile, no movement at all. No movement at all. And feel that stillness in the body. Feel that perfect stillness in the body. And notice how when the body becomes still, the mind becomes even more still, even more clear, even more bright and focused. The body is still, the mouth is still, the eyes are still, the mind becomes still and focused. So let's sit with this for a little bit longer. Good. Now, as usual, allow the mind to open as the body has opened. We drop all tightness in the mind and simply relax the core of the mind. Anytime the mind grabs onto anything, we let go of that thing. By let go, I just mean relax. There will still be external sounds, there will still be feelings in the body, thoughts may still come and go. All of that's fine. We're just not engaging with any of it. We're simply relaxing and opening, relaxing and opening, relaxing the core of the mind and opening. Notice that awareness is incredibly vivid, bright, clear. The only activity, if there is activity, is just enough sensitivity to notice if the mind has latched onto something, and if it has, we just unlatch, we just relax. So we're not doing vipassana or open monitoring in that sense of listening and then feeling and then noticing thought and then feeling and then listening. Not doing that at all. We're not engaging with any sensory content. We are relaxing the mind, letting go of engagement with content. And that's what dropping the ball means. If the mind tightens around something and picks it up, so to speak, we relax and let it go. We drop the ball. If that's too hard and you notice it's just a continuous struggle, go back to the shamatha. Go back to just focusing. Or if you have a little bit of awareness or sensitivity to how to do it, you can open your heart. Just relax your heart, open your heart. Allow a little more feeling of love and connection and compassion and peace and kindness and love into your heart. And then do that for just a little while, a minute, 30 seconds. Just let that really flow into your heart. And then come back to dropping the ball, and you'll notice it's much easier. If you're drowsy and it's a problem, open your eyes a little bit and sit up straight. And if that's not enough, then just very slowly and mindfully stand up. Meditate standing up. We want to make sure that even though we're relaxing the core of the mind, it's a bright, vivid, lustrous, clear, brilliant, awake relaxation, not a drowsy, dark sinking, kind of relaxing the mind. This is bright mind, very, very bright. If your mind gets caught up in thought activity, just relax and come back to awareness of awareness itself. What does that mean, awareness of awareness? It means just the experience, just the experiencing. There's no experience, no experiencer, just awareness itself. Are you awake? Just the awakeness itself. Is it vivid and bright and lucid? Just that vivid, bright lucidity itself. Can you notice the noticing? Can you aware the awaring? Is this a dream? Check. Check right now. Is this a dream right now? How do you know? Hint, it's all a dream. Now notice that you have no back of your head. And I want awareness to just fly out the non-existent back of your head into deep, 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 deep space. Just nothing, hall upon endless hall of nothing, 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 nothing. Out into space, out into the void, further and further, accelerating faster and faster, far, far, far beyond anything you could ever possibly, even further than that. Keep going, keep going. It's going faster and faster and faster and faster into just vast, empty nothing. And far, 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 far in the distance, at the edge of the entire universe, you notice a light, a bright light, and you accelerate towards that. And as you accelerate towards it, you notice this light is radiating love, it's radiating kindness, it's radiating peacefulness, it's radiating joy, it's radiating healing. And in fact, as you get closer and closer, you notice that you can feel all the way back at the body, you can feel the warmth and healing and kindness and joyous sensations of this incredibly bright, beautiful, loving, healing, warm star. And notice that the energy of this Buddha, this mother of all Buddhas, is traveling all the way back to the body so far away, and the body is filling up with joy, filling up with enlightenment, filling up with peace, ease, health, kindness, love, compassion, joy, strength, confidence. The whole body is radiating, radiating, radiating. And then from the body, it's like the heart opens up all the way. And you begin to pour through you kindness to the whole world, peace to the whole world, justice to the whole world, freedom to the whole world, compassion to everyone, healing for the wounds, healing for the minds, and tremendous, tremendous joy and creativity and curiosity and openness and friendliness and sharing and love. And I want you to just notice this bursting forth and showering from the body all around. I want you to keep noticing that very strongly, continuously pouring through you. Feeling it even more strongly, even more totally. There's an infinite, massive reservoir of this beautiful, healing, loving energy that is radiating out. Good. Bodhisattvas, now with your infinite bodhicitta, this tremendous energy of compassion that has a lot of strength and ability to bring healing and joy. I want you to really see the people in your neighborhood, the people in your family, the people close around you in your community, and picture each one of them healthy and strong, happy and peaceful, at ease, feeling joy, compassion, friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, siblinghood. Really imagine the whole of your family and the whole of your neighborhood healed and really coming together as a community, coming together in justice and peace and harmony and love and creativity and tremendous brilliance. And see that as clearly as you can. You have boundless bodhisattva energy, so keep seeing it and keep making it realer and realer and brighter and brighter. And notice that this infinite mother of all Buddhas is just pouring the energy through you, pouring like supernova after supernova worth of joy and love and light through you. There's no lack of energy. So make it happen, bodhisattvas. And feel, of course, as it's pouring through you, it's healing you too. It's connecting you too. It's filling you with compassion, filling you with more and more positive, smooth, clean energy of confidence and compassion and love and connection and skillful ability to be with all living beings. Don't forget that in your neighborhood there are the forgotten ones, the people who no one thinks about, no one remembers, the people who don't have homes, the people who live in a car, the people who have no voice. Remember to bring your friendship and your kindness and your healing and your caring of this bodhisattva energy from the mother of all Buddhas to each of them individually, offering them cleanliness, offering them respect, offering them this sense of fullness and joy and ease and peace and light once again, coming back into the community, coming back into ability and creativity and kindness. Really see that very clearly. The light of this radiant sun of the Mother of all Buddhas begins to shine from your family, shine from your community, shine from your neighborhood, like a repeater station, spreading out, spreading out, spreading out, influencing everything all around it, becoming a vast, brilliant sphere of awakening in beauty and love and kindness and connection. No one is left out, not even the animals, not even the insects, not even any other kind of being, not even the aliens. They're all made healthy and strong and connected and creative and peaceful and at ease. Remember, bodhisattvas, when doing this practice, this is not time for you to be sad. This is time to bring the energy of compassion to others and kindness and to others and connection to others and health and strength to others. Feeling that coming through you from this infinite source. Not giving in to doubt or despair, but rather the absolute opposite. Confidence, action, joy with compassion and total skillfulness. Absolutely the best thing for each being. Just right. Now, bodhisattvas really feel the coursing, flowing energy of love filling you up even more fully and radiating outward. The sun, this brilliant, bright, massive, beautiful star, the mother of all Buddhas, radiating, flowing through you. More energy, more kindness, more compassion, more openness than you could ever possibly imagine in 100 billion lifetimes pouring through you right now. And you're going to need it because now we're going to think directly of the mind of the President of the United States and wish this person tremendous kindness, tremendous love, tremendous compassion and healing, tremendous healing of the mind, tremendous sense of friendliness, kindness, openness, caring, peace, and love, and even relaxation and letting go and feeling human and feeling relaxed and feeling open. And I want you to do this with any political leader you can think of, any person in charge in wherever you're at, and see them, their hearts swelling up with kindness, tears of joy and love and compassion for other beings on their face, connecting with others and attempting to use their power to heal the world and heal the sick and bring comfort and kindness and caring to the poor and to bring real justice to their region and to absolutely have the most inspired, awake, beautiful, brilliant, compassionate, loving mind combined with action a human has ever had. And just picture that very clearly. And again, if your mind starts going into difficult, negative, dark, this is not the time. This is confidence time. This is creative brilliance time, filled with love and light and friendliness and openness. Healing, bring the healing. The mother of all Buddhas has more than enough. Is more than enough. May all their minds be opened. May all their minds be healed. May their hearts melt in kindness and compassion and caring. And may their arms then actually take out the actions, actually make the actions to bring that about in the world. And I want you to extend this even further, bodhisattvas, to all the police everywhere and all the military everywhere, that their hearts just melt and they are become fountains of universal kindness, fountains of friendliness and love, whose only concern is helping people, who use their entire being as a joyous expression of the love of the Mother of all Buddhas. See this very clearly and continuously. Imagine all the police and all the soldiers taking off the helmets and the armor and laying down all the weapons and all the shields and revealing their faces and revealing their names and coming forth and hugging everyone everywhere in a proper way, a kind way, a friendly way. And then taking actions, using all that power and all that money to build up good things and to help people live healthier, happier lives, radiating out, running out, driving everywhere, going everywhere, bringing just pure love and light and peace and friendliness and kindness. That's not even impossible. Isn't that crazy? That could just happen right now. Picture it happening right now. And allow this brilliant light of the Mother of all Buddhas, the source of all bodhicitta, this awakened, active energy of tremendous compassion and tremendous bravery and kindness and wisdom to skillfully pour through the entire world, healing everyone. And now Bodhisattva's breathing in even more of this brilliant, beautiful energy. Bring this love and kindness, bring the best, deepest loving kindness you can possibly imagine for all the downtrodden human beings in the world, all the structurally oppressed, racially oppressed, anyone, anywhere who has suffered at the hands of anyone or anything or any structure, all the people who need the most help right now, all the people protesting in the streets, all the people who have suffered so deeply in their lives, feel that compassion pouring through you, filling the whole world up with love and light and strength and healing, the feeling of connection, the feeling of belonging, the feeling of brotherhood, sisterhood, siblinghood, togetherness, family, feeling strong, feeling satisfied, feeling at peace and at ease and actually safe for once, completely safe, completely whole, totally belonging. And this energy is just pouring out and saturating all beings everywhere. Remember, the energy is confident, the energy is creative, the energy is very upbeat, it's very skillful, bringing healing, bringing just softness and gentleness and kindness. Bringing justice, bringing relief. And the entire earth and all the beings of the earth become so saturated and so completely full of this light of compassion that it starts to beam out to all other planets, all other galaxies, all other beings everywhere in every possible universe, bringing a sense of joy and kindness and compassion and healing and love and strength and confidence everywhere without any exception, to all beings without any exception. Till the entire universe is saturated to the same density of compassion, the same density of wisdom as the mother of all Buddhas. The entire universe is, in fact, nothing other than the mother of all Buddhas, nothing other than just a ball of pure, radiant, healing, loving, compassionate, joyous light. And it turns out that that infinite ball of compassionate, joyous, loving, friendly, kind light is simply your heart within your chest. As you just now let go of the visualization and sit quietly with the mind wide open, at ease, enjoying this peace and healing and compassion and joy. It's a very joyous moment. Is this a dream? Check. Is this a dream? Excellent, excellent bodhisattvas. Now, as usual, please orient yourself to the room. Feel free to move and stretch, except for those of you who just kept moving and stretching the whole time. You have to stay totally still now. It's funny, there's the thing about working with metta or working with compassion practices, compassion visualization, is that especially with difficult topics like we worked with tonight, it's very easy to start concentrating on our own despair or our own sense of sorrow or our own reactivity. And while there's room for that and space for that at other times and meditations to do for that, it's very important to be in touch with that, of course. During this meditation, the idea is to contact the joy and the confidence and the ability, the fact that we have enough resource to wish well on others, even others that are maybe somewhat hard to wish well. But we want to stay in an upbeat, skillful, kind, compassionate, engaged place for this. And again, that's not to say that, oh, you're not supposed to feel your feelings. You're always welcome to feel your feelings, but it's very important to also be able to just bring the bodhicitta, to just bring it so that we don't get lost in our own, so lost in our own emotions and our own concerns and difficulties that we are not able to help others. So we really, really, really want to be able to contact that infinite resource of awakened compassion and then bring it. This is the essence of the Bodhisattva path, right? That we are dedicated to kindness, dedicated to healing, dedicated to bringing some kind of actual real world, meaningful help and kindness to other beings. If you read, there's a great book about illuminated jhanas, from Ajahn Brahm. I think it's called Mindfulness, Bliss, and Beyond. But it's a misleading title because it's mainly about bliss and beyond. It's just luminous jhanas. But he has a great, which are super, super, super deep jhanas, right? He has a great compassion meditation in there where he says it's the one he uses all the time, where you just imagine this sick, beat up, dirty, little tiny kitten. And the whole meditation is to see yourself cleaning the kitten and, drying it off and then cleaning up its wounds and sanitizing its wounds and bandaging it. And, you just keep seeing all that activity. And so you can imagine if it's like, oh, it's just too sad about the cat, I can't take care of it. It's just going to sit there dirty and starving and cut up. It's like, no, you're going to, no matter what, you're going to bring the healing, you're going to clean it up, you're going to bandage it up, you're going to feed it and love it, right? And so that's the cool thing about compassion, the very powerful and beautiful and deep and really kind of endlessly important thing about compassion is that it's a doing, right? It's an activity. We can feel it and bring it in as a mind state, but it's a mind state that wants to take real action in the real world. There's somebody or some being right near you right now who you can actually bring some ease and healing and kindness to. And maybe that being is yourself, but it could also be the person right next to you, the starving kitten, outside your door, whoever or whatever it may be. This is the goal, and it's so, and not just the goal. This is the continuous mind state, one of letting go of selfishness, letting go of me and mine, and trying to really bring an authentic sense of caring and compassion and kindness to others. And to do that in a way that is skillful, right? It's very easy to kind of see it in imagination, but when we get out there in the world, it's complex and it's hard. And so another part of bodhicitta, another part of the path is just having an infinite openness to learning more skillfulness, to becoming more skillful, to becoming more aware of how we impact others, how we can help others, and to do our very best to become more and more informed and more uh, um, adept at healing the world, right? So there's that beautiful Hebrew phrase, tikkun olam, right? To healing the world. And, there's Jewish bodhisattvas called Lamed Vov Tzaddik, right? The tzaddikim, the righteous people. If you get into the stories of the tzaddikim, it's identical to, it's with the change of cultural clothing, it's very obviously talking about something quite similar to the idea of a bodhisattva. And it's the same ideal, at least in the ideal form in a Christian saint, where it's like, we're going to just pick up sick people off the street and carry them back, and just like Ajahn Brahm's vision of the kid, basically wash them off and heal their wounds and feed them and make them feel loved again, right? And some of us maybe really have a path that looks very similar to that, and others are trying to help and trying to heal and trying to bring connection and joy to others in other ways. So it doesn't have to look any one way, but the bodhicitta has a signature that is very clear wherever it arises. Every culture, every people on earth has the bodhisattva ideal in whatever form they put it in, right? It's not a specific, the word is specific, is culturally specific, but it's a human thing. It's even a being thing. I'm sure there are, animal bodhisattvas of all kinds and alien bodhisattvas of all kinds and subtle being bodhisattvas of all kinds. It's something that connects us to the entire universe. So that's what we're working with, and notice that there's an aliveness in that, and a brightness and a clarity it's not a syrupy, soupy, confused thing. The more you connect with it, the sharper and brighter your mind becomes, and you get more skill at helping. So on that note, if there are any questions, I'm happy to attempt to talk to whoever has them.
I'll just make a comment if that's okay.
Yeah, who's commenting? Tanya. Hi,
Oh,
Tanya.
hey there. So I found it really super helpful what you were just saying, and then during the meditation of like, how can I put this? Not it's not bad to feel the dark feelings, but this is about like, putting that good energy out there. And then I was also thinking about like, if one like myself were just to wallow completely like all the time in that bad feeling, I'm not able to like get out there and do the work of like to make things better.
That's right.
um
In fact, if we're wallowing, so to speak, in the dark feeling, the difficult feelings, we're not um, able, as able anyway, to take action, right? It's like we're in a way um, crippling ourselves. And so it's very important to, we're impeding ourselves. It's very important to realize that you have control over your mind state, right? And that, yes, we must feel, it's very important to feel our own difficult emotions and get real with them. And it's very important to go beyond that and bring the compassion to ourselves and the love to ourselves and the joy and the confidence and the strength to ourselves, right? And then go out and share it with others.
right,
In,
because that gives you the, yeah, because then you
yeah,
can go out there and do action.
that's right. And we don't, it's very easy to flood the field with our sorrow and our despair. And now that's not helping. You know, it's legitimate and it's something we want to be real with and work with. But um, what, imagine that starving kitten, just to make a totally, politically safe image. We've got this beat up, starving, filthy, and cut up kitten. It doesn't need your despair right now. It needs you to get off your butt and help it with joy and with kindness, right? And so it's easy to flood the field with just these difficult emotions. So yeah, I think it's really, really uh, incredibly important to be able to uh, rouse the bodhicitta.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. What else, folks? Any questions about anything? Doesn't have to be about compassion or flooding the world with universal kindness. It can be about anything about meditation.
I have a question.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I really enjoyed the meditation, and you actually made us all laugh, or at least myself, a few times. Starting with like, "It's all a dream." Um, but yeah, I have two questions. One is non-duality and I guess like engaged Buddhism or engaged action. So if like everything is perfect and we're already like all enlightened Buddhas, where does that whole like skillful action fit in? And then the second one, I mean, I don't know if we have much time, but where does healing, or I guess like the concept of healing, fit in the history of Buddhism?
Concept of healing.
Yeah, because it's very popular in other cultures, like in shamanism and even like Christianity. There's like hands-on healing, blah blah blah. But I haven't heard much about it in like Buddhism.
And you mean like physical healing?
Yeah, physical healing or like mental healing, but any like tangible healing.
Yeah, so, we just did the 8 weeks of the Vimalakirti Sutra, and it addresses both of those questions very deeply. Over and over again, it comes back to this central question of well, if everything's empty, what about living beings? If it's all a dream, is every living being just a dream and we, don't care what happens to dreams? And it always says exactly the opposite of that. It says this paradoxical thing of yes, it's empty, and yes, it's a dream. And that's where the great love comes from, the Maha Karuna, the great compassion. That's where the great compassion comes from, and why you have infinite energy and infinite bodhicitta to bring that to beings everywhere. It's this paradoxical thing that we just hold as a paradox that, and you brought up non-duality, the kind of understanding, very short, very shorthand kind of understanding without all the nuance and depth would be, hey, if it's non-dual, non-dual literally means not two. And if there's not two, it means there's no others. And if there's no others, that means everyone is us. And that means we must bring the highest level of caring and kindness and love to all beings everywhere, right? So the whole idea of non-duality is it drops the boundaries. And the misunderstanding we can do with ourselves is kind of spiritual bypassing, right? Well, my bad behavior and my unhealed trauma and my neurotic complexes and all the ways I'm being, not the best person I could be, none of that's real. And so, because it's a dream, I don't have to deal with it. And that is just not the case. Because it's a dream, it gives you infinite power to deal with it better. And you must deal with it. And and work with it and use all the skillfulness and kindness and caring on your own being. And then, so that's towards the self, and then towards others. Again, the total misunderstanding is because it's all empty in a dream, we don't have to do anything or care. We can just sit in our room, sucking our thumb. No, it is just the opposite. Time to go out there and bring the anything we can do. If you can't leave your room for whatever reason, and you can't, there's just all these specific reasons you can't do anything, then at least post something or give a little money to Black Lives Matter or another, like the ACLU, some important charity that's doing some very real good out in the world. Take some kind of action every moment that you can, because it really matters. And all I can say about the healing is that, of course, Indian Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism, Pan-Asian Buddhism is tremendously concerned with healing. The Vimalakirti Sutra, the whole thing is happening because Vimalakirti appears to be sick. And there's a tremendous amount of stuff in the sutra about healing. And of course, if you get into all the different traditions of Buddhism in each country, there's in many countries, the local Buddhist monastery was also basically the local hospital, right? So the healing aspects are huge, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't talk about that part very much. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Katie, are you there?
I am indeed here.
Let's make you the central human here.
Okay. Okay, so I just put some links in the chat. I'm going to do my best to put them on the YouTube also. For those of you who don't know, here at the collective, we are not always perfectly, but systematically and organically attempting to create a structure of a Sangha that is arranged in an alternative way to the more typical structures in which we have to spend our time. And our goal with the collective is to establish an environment where all beings can awaken in a container where everyone feels welcomed and safe. That community and that structure and that Sangha is created moment by moment by all of you showing up. And just showing up is enough. Particularly this week, if you feel that your financial resources are better directed elsewhere, please do that, and keep showing up. If you would like to donate, there are links in the chat. The reality of our situation is that we require money to keep going. So if you have some extra, please throw some towards this community. And if you don't, keep coming back and keep co-creating the community with us. That's all. Thank you all so much for being here and for everything you're all doing in the world and for practicing together.
Thank you so much, Katie. All right, everybody, let's meditate for a few minutes here. Do whatever meditation you want. We'll just, I'll ring the bell and we'll sit quietly for a little while. All right, beautiful bodhisattvas. All right, tiny kittens. Thank you for joining us all here this evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Michael.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.